Good evening, everyone. May I greet you first a pleasant good evening. The time here 9:41 in the evening, Australian Standard Time. Today is March 29, 2019. We're almost end of the month. Now, I do understand that you've been floating around, running around, chasing the supply. The world is in panic right now. Why they're in panic? The price of gold is getting higher and higher. The price of gold fluctuates every day, every minute. So if you are a trader, if you're a wise trader, make sure you do the due diligence. Make sure you read the current event. You will know the price of the world market and you will know the movement of this precious item. Now, the golden rules of this kind of business buying commodities. Number one, you as a trader, you as the buyer, you need to have a capital. Number two, you need to know what you are buying, what carat, the purity, and the mode of payment is very, very important. That is the most golden rules for you to convince us that you are a real buyer. Now, our role is to convince you that we have the proof of products, to convince you that we are the seller, to convince you that the seller coming from West Africa, 98% in Africa, gold produced to that particular country. Bamako Mali, the third largest gold producer in West Africa, Conakry Guinea, Sierra Leone, and so forth. Now, I work for the seller. I'm the one who introduced this in order for the buyer to feel comfortable, in order for the buyer to trust us, in order for the buyer to believe that we are transparent. Now, most of the buyer dealing with buyer's mandate, chasing and running around. Remember, we are now on the social media. You can type gold and diamond. You will see Wilhelmina. You will see gold in Conakry Guinea. You will see the video gold in Bamako Mali, the third largest gold producer in West Africa. You type gold and diamond, it pop up Wilhelmina's video. Why Wilhelmina is explaining to you? The reason I explain it to you, because we are transparent and we are real. Wilhelmina is the one who handle sales and marketing. Wilhelmina is the extension of the seller. Wilhelmina been hired to handle sales and marketing on behalf of the seller. I am based in Australia. I am an extension digital virtual office. My Facebook open 7 days a week, 24 hours. You can view it, you can read it, which one you like. Are you looking to buy gold and diamond? You can go on my Facebook, Wilhelmina Ford, type Wilhelmina Ford, gold and diamond. You can see every pages, Bamako Mali, Conakry Guinea, Sierra Leone, and so forth. So the full corporate offer is now available on social media. You will see what necessary you are going to get when you take the gold out of the country. Today I had 6 buyers or fake buyers searching for gold, running around and chasing. They come to Wilhelmina because they saw me on YouTube. Because I'm on YouTube, I'm on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. The reason why I put this, it is for you, Mr. Buyer. I know you have been frustrated. I know you have been duped. Today you will no longer be duped. Why? We have the proof of products. The proof of product, you come and see and taste the gold before you pay. That is the proof of products. Now your proof, show me your business license. Show me that you have bank statement that you have $1,000,000 in your bank account or $500,000 in your bank account. And show me your passport copy. Then we can do business. Just like when you apply for a job, Mr. Baya, Wilhelmina will interview you whether you are capable to be trusted or whether you can trust us, vice versa. That is the reason why you met Wilhelmina live in front of you. The full corporate offer is in front of you, and click below. You don't no longer be frustrated. There is a full corporate offer on gold. There is a manifest on diamond. You click on every link. Don't rush. You need to take time because this is $1,000,000 you're buying, Mr. Baya. Now, there is no rush. When my seller dig gold, he's not rushing. He applied for the mining license. It costs $70,000. To apply a mining license and export license, it costs money, Mr. Baya. So you are lucky to meet Mrs. Ford based in Australia. Now, as I've said to you a few seconds ago, the golden rules of buying gold and diamond. You as the buyer, you need to convince us that you are really real buyer. Tell me what carat and purity you are looking for. You state that into your company letterhead. You need to convince us that you are really a buyer. So the golden rule is you need to have a capital because you cannot get the gold and diamond for free. You need to convince us. Then we will believe you are a buyer. Then we will respond to your letter of intent that, yes, we believe that you're a buyer. Yes, we do have products. Yes, we do have proof of products. In return, you need to convince us that you have a proof of fund, your bank statement that you have $1,000,000 in your bank account or $500,000 into your bank account. Don't be scared. No one will steal your money. Just show us that you have $1,000,000, the value of what you are looking for. So you understand now, Mr. Baya? So you've been searching for many months, running around and searching. You don't need to run around. You're going to be exhausted. You landed into disaster if you keep on running and running around. Just like when you drive a car, you drive your speed 100 kilometers per hour. At the end of the day, you're overspeeding. You made an accident. In buying gold, you've been searching and running. You're looking for cheap price. You're looking that seller might give you CIF. You're looking that seller might give you a letter of credit. You're looking, you think that the seller will give you to consider black fund. I don't think so. Gold is cash. Gold is the world asset you are buying. So therefore, you are buying money. Gold is made of money. Gold has many uses, Mr. Baya. Tell me, are you buying to make into gold coins? Gold has many uses, you must remember. Are you buying to make into industrial? You need 50% of gold, which is 12 carats. Are you buying to make into bicycle? Are you buying to make into SIM card and mobile phone? There is gold. Or are you making into jewelry? Simple as that. You need to emphasize. You need to tell Wilhelmina when you come on Skype or on WhatsApp. You need to emphasize. Tell me what you need because we don't know you. We have the products. Yeah? You go on my Facebook. You will see Wilhelmina. Wilhelmina just been in Africa. I just been to Conakry Guinea. I visited my head office. You don't need to be scared. You don't need. You are hesitant to trust African. We are also hesitant to trust you. Why? You don't have the money. You're asking for CIF. You're asking black fund. So we are hesitant. Is this buyer can be trusted? Why is asking for black fund? Why are you going to block the fund? Gold is money. The best answer, Mr. Buyer. Show us that you are a real buyer. Send Wilhelmina a letter of intent. Attention to Wilhelmina Ford first, because Wilhelmina is the extension. Wilhelmina will validate you. Yes? Then Wilhelmina would understand your needs. Then Wilhelmina would know which seller I'm going to put you. I'll put you to Bamako Mali, the third largest gold producer in West Africa, or I could put you on Conakry Guinea, the land of plenty. My seller owned the concession, so you don't need to worry. Wilhelmina would be your facilitator. I will take you to the office. I will take you. Mr. Buyer, you don't need to worry because I am with you. But, as I've said to you, this is business, right? If I'm going to travel with you, Mr. Buyer, after you meet the criteria, I will take you to the office. I'll take you to Bamako Mali, the third largest gold producer in West Africa, or I will take you to Conakry Guinea, but my extra service is not for free. I've given you free information worth $1 million. Now my extra service is no longer for free. I do charge my airfare, hotel accommodation, spending money to be with you. You don't need to send your representative. Your representative doesn't know the business. And if you have a representative in your company, you need to authorize your business representative to travel, because we will invite your business representative. He's going to see the gold and assay the gold. Then after the assay the gold, then what would be the next? So you, Mr. Buyer, you are going to make a decision. So your representative will tell you, okay, Mr. So-and-so, I'm here in Bamako Mali, I'm here in Conakry Guinea, I saw the gold. What would be the next? Because you're going to transfer the payment bank to bank. This is F.O.B, cash business. If you have the paper money, cash, we have also solid cash. So which one you like? Your paper money is cash, and we have the solid cash, which is gold, just like husband and wife. Your paper money has no value if there is no supply. Today, the world is panicking. The price of gold goes up. Even in Dubai, shortage of gold. Why shortage? Because they're going to make into money. Gold is money. They're going to make it into gold coins. That $1, $2 we are using every day is made of gold. It's 12 carats. Then they're going to make into jewelry. They're going to smelt it into jewelry. They're going to smelt it into industrial. They're going to smelt it into making into SIM card. They're going to make it into necklace or bracelet. So that is the raw material you're buying. There's a saying, Mr. Buyer, supply and demand determine the price. Gold is not cheap, really. It's not. Don't you know that the price of gold today is 42,000 plus? So we are not selling cheap price here. We are not dealing CIF, Mr. Buyer. We are not. CIF means stand for cost, insurance, and freight. Who is going to pay for that? In Africa, Mr. Buyer, is cash business. I just come back. I just returned from my trip. Every move in Africa is money. Cash, cash, cash. To go to the restaurant, cash. Okay, you're going to use your Visa card. Okay, you're going to use your American Express card. If you have available fund on your card. What happens if you don't have available fund in your card? Of course, when you dine, your card overdrawn. Is that right? Buying gold is money. You are using paper money to buy the solid cash. I hope you understand, Mr. Buyer. So now, what are you waiting for? When are you going to own this precious item? When? Act now. Buy now. Talk to Wilhelmina. Send Wilhelmina a letter of intent to buy on your company letterhead. Let's travel together, Mr. Buyer. If you don't want my extra service, because I'm charging you my airfare, hotel accommodation, and spending money. If you don't want my extra service, you travel. I will arrange your landing visa. I will arrange the cash contract signed by both buyers and seller. Then you travel. But if there is an issue, Wilhelmina is far from you. It's better you take Wilhelmina with you, then there would be no issue. Why? You are strangers on that country. I just been there. I know ins and out. So you are new to this business. I am veteran. So I am here to mother you. But my extra service is not for free. As I've said to you many times. This is business, Mr. Buyer. If you can afford to pay $1 million, if you can afford to pay $500,000, my extra service is peanuts. My airfare, hotel accommodation, and spending money is peanuts. Now, Mr. Buyer, I will challenge you. I will submit to you that when you pay my extra service, we will refund it to you. You minus it when you pay for it. I can guarantee you, I can assure you, we will give you a discount, a big discount. Our selling price, Mr. Buyer, based on the world market, is 8%. Now, when you pay Wilhelmina's expenses, you send Wilhelmina money to Australia because Wilhelmina will buy the ticket. Wilhelmina will book the hotel directly from Australia to Africa. Wilhelmina will buy a ticket from Australia to Africa. Then, instead of 8% you are going to get, I will make sure you will get extra 2%. Make into 10%. So at the end of the day, you are a winner. This is win-win situation. So, you are a winner. You are using Wilhelmina. Wilhelmina is mothering you. Wilhelmina is giving you an extra service. Actually, I'm not going to give you for free. But because we want to build your trust. We want to build a trust between you and the seller. So our selling price is 8%. Okay? If you don't like Wilhelmina, you pay 8%. But if you take Wilhelmina with you, I will give you 10%. Extra 2%. Which one you like? So at the end of the day, you're a winner. So you're going to say, Wilhelmina, what is the carats? Well, I don't know what you need. Are you buying to make into gold coins? You only need 12 carats, which is 50% of gold. Are you making into industrial? You only need 60% of gold. Yeah, which is 13 carats or 14 or 15 or 15 or 20 carats. But the gold in Africa is 22.54, almost 23. It's up to you to re-smelt it. Your business is to re-smelt. Our job, our business is to sell it to you. It's none of our business how much you're gonna sell it to your refinery. You are a trader, you lay out a capital, you resell it to the refinery. We know that your client is a refinery. We know that. Your client is a jewelry manufacturer. That is your business. Our business is how are you able to pay. That is our business. And your business to convince us that you have really available fund. Very simple. Now, Mr. Buyer, the full corporate offer is in front of you. Take time to read, take time to listen to this video. This video is for you. I want you to feel confident with us. You meet Wilhelmina, and when you come on Skype or WhatsApp, I want to meet you as well. Open your camera. I want to see you, whether you will be trusted or not. Let's build the trust. Because this business, Mr. Buyer, there are so many buyers has been duped. So many. I was even screwed when I was in Ghana. I dropped Ghana. I don't encourage you to come to Ghana. I don't. Ghana seller is finished to me. They're devious. I will encourage you. I will take you with you. I will babysit you. I will mother you. I will take you to Bamako Mali. You have tons of gold. Or I'll take you to Conakry Guinea. Or I'll take you to Sierra Leone. I would determine after you pass the criteria, I will determine which seller I'm going to put you. There was a buyer's mandate from Canada a few minutes ago, and he said that he will do the due diligence of my seller. So fine, you can do it, but before you're gonna do the due diligence of my seller, I will do the due diligence of your buyer first. The reason why there's so many fake buyers, the reason why I do that, because some of the money are dirty money. We don't afford to lose the seller's license. There's so many wrongdoing with the buyer using dirty money. So the payment must be bank to bank. From your bank account to the seller's bank account goes to the correspondence bank. Then correspondence bank goes to the central bank. Then goes to the headquarters of the seller's bank before it goes to the local branch. So, Mr. Buyer, you have no idea. And if you're dealing with so many brokers, your broker have no idea either. So this video is for everyone. So we cannot afford to do monkey business here. Gold is money. This is not illegal activities. We don't do illegally. We do legally. That is the reason why I'm going to take you. Few minutes ago, I called the refinery in Bamako Mali, the government refinery, that there is a charge of $100 per kilo when you taste the gold. So be prepared. Then I called up the logistic, if he knows my seller, and he said yes, he knows my seller, the old man. And I asked how much the shipment cost and how much the insurance. So the shipment cost, when you ship the gold to your destination, 1% on the total sale value. When you insure the gold, another 1%, so 2% in total on the total sale value. So when you come to the office, we will discuss it. You don't need to bring money when we will invite you. We will send you the landing visa. You say first your order. For example, 20 kilos. You see it, you taste it, you feel it, you bring your gold taster or you bring magnet. If the gold attract the magnet, meaning to say less purity. If the gold doesn't attract the magnet, that is pure gold. I know because I've been to West Africa. I'm sharing you my good experience. So, when you assay the gold, you will be given an assay report. Then that is the time we will ask you, Mr. Buyer, what would be the next? Because you need to transfer payment bank to bank. You're gonna stay in Africa 9 days. 5 days to clear your payment because of money laundering issue. Your money will be scrutinized by the correspondence bank. Your money will be scrutinized by the central bank. Where the money coming from? Is your money clean? Is money dirty money? So there is certain things you have no idea. Why I know? My client was being questioned before, but it was been fixed. His money is clean. So that's why I'm sharing you, so that it would not happen to you. So you need to be clear. There is no such broker explaining like this. Your broker just rush. How much is my commission? The broker will never get the commission if the buyer doesn't sign the contract. So I am with you, Mr. Buyer. So come with Wilhelmina and you will be satisfied. I can guarantee you, I can assure you, you will get the gold. But if you're asking CIF, bring it to Hong Kong, bring it to Canada, bring it to Dubai, bring it to Singapore, bring it to Malaysia, bring it to Germany, bring it to United States, then you will fail because you will be rejected by Wilhelmina. Why? Our way of doing business is cash business. You have the cash in your bank account, you travel, you see the cash, this is solid cash, it's gold, you taste it. If you're happy, then we will proceed. If you're not happy, don't proceed. You just take a holiday. When you travel, you don't need to bring money. You just bring some money to pay your hotel, food. You're gonna stay there in Africa 9 days. 5 working days to clear your payment. 3 working days to wait for the export documentation. Give 1 day extra in total of 9 days. Yeah? I can guarantee you, you will get the gold. I can guarantee you. I can assure you. I just have a successful transaction, Mr. Buyer. Yeah? I just have. So when I take you to Conakry Guinea, when I take you to Bamako Mali, I can assure you. You will be in the office. You will not feel nervous. The seller will bring the gold to the refinery. You don't need to worry about it. In Bamako, in Conakry Guinea, the policy of the seller is like this. You look at the gold, your reservation is 20. You will be in the office. You see the gold, then you're happy. So, okay, Mr. Seller, I'm happy. Then we will give you a receipt, a holding deposit out of your 20 that you will proceed. So the seller will give you the receipt that you have a commitment. Then the gold will bring it to the central bank in Conakry. When the seller bring the gold to the central bank, it would not move. It stays on the central bank for ASI. So you're gonna wait. So while your payment is waiting to be cleared, that is the time the seller will process the export documentation. The export documentation is in front of you, right? You read it, digest it, comprehend it. So what happened? Everything is on final process. Then the central bank will carry the gold through armor car. If you hand carry the 5 kilos, they will bring the gold to the airport in custom area. Then you will receive the gold and you signed it. Then you hand carry. But if it's a big quantity, you will tell that, okay, via Emirates. If you bring it to Dubai, Emirates will bring the gold to your destination. Or Air France will bring it to your destination. So the armor car will carry your gold. You cannot carry the gold because that is gold, that is cash. So it will be protected. It may be escorted. I know that because I just have a successful transaction in Conakry, Guinea. This is Guinea. Now in Bamako, Mali, it's different. You taste the gold on 20 kilos. You come to the office. The seller will bring it to the refinery. You pay 100 kilos. In Conakry, Guinea, you will not pay 100 kilos because it covers. My seller is very kind and generous. The seller will pay for it. But the seller is spending money. So, you are lucky. But in Conakry, in Bamako, Mali, you pay the $100 per kilo to the refinery. But you can deduct it. I can advise the seller, whatever the ASI cost, we will minus it on your payment. I can guarantee you my boss will be flexible. So now, you have the gold, so you have to buy a metal box in Bamako, Mali. You buy a metal box, put the 20 kilos, initial it and sell it. Both buyers and sellers sign it so that the gold will not be tampered. You will be given the key and the seller get the key. So the gold will stay to that logistic. So you need to insure the gold. Now I called the logistic few hours ago. How much is the shipping cost? 1% in Bamako, Mali. To insure the gold on the total sale value, 1%, so in total of 2%. So we will discuss that when you come to Bamako, Mali, because I already spoken to a logistic. I will tell you who is the logistic when you send me a formal letter of intent. I will not tell you who is the logistic until you convince Wilhelmina. I have to receive first your letter of intent to buy on your company letterhead. Then we can exchange, then we can do the due diligence to each other in Bamako, Mali. So you don't need to be confused. Don't be confused. Talk to Wilhelmina. Don't be scared with this lady. This lady will murdering you because I've been to West Africa. I done my transaction. Don't come to Ghana because I would not entertain you in Ghana. I drop all of my seller. Why? They're devious. No matter how I help this seller in Ghana, they are devious. I wouldn't be able, and if you come to Ghana, you will never get gold. Why? There are 14 refineries in Ghana. Why they're there? They're also buying gold for their own customer. My seller would rather deal direct to you rather than to the refinery. Now, by the way, Mr. Buyer, if you come to Ghana, it's okay. It's your decision. But do not put money into any refinery. Do not. You will never get gold, and the seller in Ghana would not touch you. I've been to Ghana, Mr. Buyer. So I am sharing you my experience so that you will be aware. It's better. If you want to come to Ghana, it's up to you. It's your decision. You see the gold. My recommendation, you go to ER Logistic. I've been to ER Logistic. I was very satisfied. So you talk to Joseph, and you buy your metal box at Accra Shopping Center. This is my extra suggestion. So it's up to you, Mr. Buyer, whether you trust Wilhelmina or not. It's up to you. Wilhelmina is not forcing you. Wilhelmina is giving you a vital information. Wilhelmina is giving you a right direction because I know you have been duped before. Now let us summarize, Mr. Buyer. The golden rules, you need to have a capital. Number 2 golden rules, gold is not for credit. You need to show us the proof of fund that you have money available in your bank account. Send me your business license and your passport. I will validate you before you will validate my seller, because we will send you all the information of the seller. Okay? Company letterhead, telephone number, email. You can contact the seller at any time once you receive a letter of acknowledgement. Wilhelmina is the mandate of the seller. Wilhelmina has the power to advise the seller to proceed or not to proceed. I have the power. I am the extension. So you deal with Wilhelmina first. So your letter of intent must be addressed to Wilhelmina. Now, as I've said to you a while ago, my extra service, nothing to do with the seller. You need Wilhelmina an extra in order to accompany you. Of course, you have to pay for my trip. Of course, nothing to do with the seller. So, my seller will compensate you because you were scared. You are not confident if Wilhelmina is not around. But if Wilhelmina is around, you are 100% confident. I will arrive the day before you arrive. You don't need security. When I was in Conakry Guinea, I don't have any security. The company will provide the driver. You will be treated like a VIP. Believe me, guaranteed. I will tour you around with the driver. We can have a dine. We can go out, enjoy while waiting for the export documentation. Go on my Facebook. There is a white guy. Okay? When I took the buyer to the airport, the white guy from South Africa, he arrived at the same time. So my buyer was on the in the airport inside on the custom, and there was a buyer from Dubai. He was following me on YouTube, and this big buyer says to this white guy from South Africa, "Can you look at this lady from Australia? Can you validate this lady?" And he was been intrigued of my personality. So coincident, he arrived the same time the buyer depart. So I introduced myself. "Hi, good afternoon. I'm Wilhelmina Ford from Australia. You know that white guy? You can see that on my page." "Oh, Wilhelmina, I've been following you." I said, "When was that? How did you know me?" "Oh, Wilhelmina, your name is everywhere. I followed you on YouTube. You're the best. You explain thoroughly. You explained the right thing, and I'm really impressed, Wilhelmina. So he said to me, can we do the picture taken, Wilhelmina? I said, yeah, no problem. He sent it to his buyer in Dubai. The following day, the buyer fly and meet the white guy. That's not my client. But because the buyer wanted to validate me that I'm real, and that white guy, at the same time, he works for the company and me. And now that white guy is a good friend of mine now. We always we meet each other in his hotel because I stay in different hotel, and we chat. So you as the buyer, you don't need to be worried. You don't need to be hesitant because no one will kill you, no one will harm you. You don't need to bring money. You don't. Your payment must be bank to bank. You don't need to carry $100 million. Just carry a few $1,000 to pay your hotel bills, to buy food for you, yeah, and to pay whatever you want while waiting. I will take you to the head office. Believe me, you will be happy. No such seller are doing this. None whatsoever. The seller hired Wilhelmina, and you will be feel comfortable. We only deal with the buyer with invitation. We will only. We don't deal buyer on the ground. We don't. I will reject you. Thank you very much, Mr. Buyer. I hope you understand what my explanation. Take time to read. Take time to listen. Click below. You will see the full corporate offer. And you will see as well the link for the diamond. Then you come back. Then when you come back, meaning to say you are ready, Wilhelmina will be sit back and relax. Wilhelmina will not pressure you. Gold is not pressuring. Gold is not a bargain, Mr. Buyer. You must remember. Gold is money you're buying. Thank you very much. Have a pleasant good evening.